Preserving fresh tomatoes in jars for winter. No fridge and no chemicals. Hello, nice to see you again on the Clever Tricks channel. Have you ever wished you could enjoy juicy red tomatoes that taste as if they were just picked from the garden, even in the middle of winter? Tomatoes, a juicy, sweet, and nutritious fruit, are not only a familiar ingredient in the kitchen, but also the soul of many dishes such as stir-fries, stews, salads. But how to keep that fresh flavor all year long, even when the season is over? In this video, I will share with you 4 extremely simple recipes for preserving tomatoes without using chemicals, so that you always have tomatoes ready for any dish, from refreshing salads, rich sauces, to quick meals. Let's get started. I have created subtitles in multiple languages. Please select your preferred language. Comment below and let me know which country you are watching from. It's amazing that we can connect from all around the world. Method 1. First, wash the tomatoes. Wash the tomatoes directly under the tap. Clean the core of the tomatoes and cut them into slices. Write to me in the comments which country you are watching me from. It's great to know that we are watching together around the world. Slice the tomatoes. Put the tomatoes in a large bowl. Cut an onion. Put it on a plate. Chop 4 cloves of garlic. Put it in a small bowl. Chop the parsley. It's such a joy that we're connecting from all over the world. If you haven't subscribed to my channel, hit the subscribe button. Thank you for your support. Put it on a plate. Need to add bay leaves and peppercorns, so I have enough ingredients. I use clean, dry glass jars for the next step. Put a bay leaf in each jar. Add a few peppercorns. Put the garlic in. Put the onions in. Add the parsley. Add the tomatoes. Now I add the onions, parsley. Add the tomatoes again. Add the onions. And finally, I add the pepper. I add half a teaspoon of salt to each jar. Add a tablespoon of 5% vinegar to each jar. Botulism bacteria does not grow in an acidic environment. Fill the jars with water. Wipe the mouths of the jars clean. Cover the jars with clean lids. Need a deeper pot? Put a towel at the bottom of the pot and arrange the jars inside. Fill the pot with water up to the mouth of the jar. Put the pot on the stove. Cover it, and from the time the water boils, I will sterilize for 35 minutes. We do the sterilization at 80 degrees Celsius. After 35 minutes, I remove the pot from the stove. When the jars have cooled, the middle of the lid should be concave. Store the jars in a dark place until use. Method 2. Prepare enough tomatoes. Wash the tomatoes under running water. I would be happy if you write in the comments which country you are watching me from. Prick the tomatoes with a needle. I use a clean, dry glass jar. Put the tomatoes in the jar. Pour boiling water over the tomatoes. Soak for 15 minutes. After 15 minutes, pour out the water. We do not need this water. Boil clean water. Pour boiling water in. Close the jar tightly. The jar lid must be tightly closed. Do not let any air in. Then let it cool for 20 to 24 hours. We can store it in a cool place for 1 year. The storage conditions must be correct. We have cool cellars under, above ground most of the houses. We keep them there. If you do not follow these rules, the product may be damaged. Method 3. First, wash the tomatoes. Cut them into pieces and place them in an airtight freezer bag. Close the bag, leaving a small slit for a straw. Suck out all the air, seal the bag. This creates a vacuum. Ready to freeze, tomatoes will keep for months. You can also freeze whole tomatoes. I will show you how to defrost. I made 2 small cuts on each tomato. Poured boiling water over it. Let it sit for about 30 seconds. Poured boiling water over it. Let it sit for about 30 seconds. Then I peel and chop it. If you haven't subscribed to my channel, hit the subscribe button. Thank you for your support. Add a clove of garlic and a little extra virgin olive oil. I put the tomatoes in and cook for about 10 minutes from the time the water boils. The tomato sauce is ready. Fresh tomatoes, more flavorful than unfrozen tomatoes. Method 4. Use toilet paper or newspaper to wrap each tomato tightly. Wrapping the paper will reduce the amount of air contact with the tomatoes, retain moisture, help the tomatoes stay fresh longer, and retain their color. Where are you from? It's such a joy that we're connecting from all over the world. If you haven't subscribed to my channel, hit the subscribe button. Thank you for your support. Next, prepare a paper box. Now prepare some edible baking soda and sprinkle a thin layer on the bottom of the box. You don't need much. Baking soda is edible, so it is very safe. It will absorb moisture, helping the tomatoes stay fresh longer. Then, arrange the tomatoes. Remember not to put them too close together. If there are many tomatoes, you can put more cardboard between the layers and continue to arrange them. With this method, you can keep the tomatoes for 1 month at room temperature, while still maintaining their flavor and freshness. Finally, close the lid of the box and store in a cool, dry place, away from sunlight. Please write me in the comments if you like these recipes. That's all for today's video. If you find the content useful, don't forget to like and follow me. I will share more great content every day. See you in the next video. Bye! Thanks for watching. Have a nice day.